Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, you're welcome. My name is Anita and if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified each and every time I upload a new tutorials to my channel. If you're old member, you're welcome back. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you on how to draft this bustier top step by step. So if you want to know how I'll be going about it, keep on watching. What I have here is my drafting paper. The next thing I'm going to do is to take my shoulder measurement divided by 2. Mine is 14. 14 divided by 2 is going to give me 7 inch. I'm going to mark that up. Next thing I will do is to slant it down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. I'm going to move now to my armhole depth, which is 7.5. If you don't know how to get your armhole depth, divide around your bust by 6, then you add 1.5 inch to it. I'll go ahead now, I'll connect these points up with a straight line. Now I'm going to do the same thing here. When I'm done doing so, the next thing I'm going to do is to go ahead, I'll be marking the neck depth of 3 inch, the neck width of 3 inch. Mark and connect it up. I'll go ahead and connect my shoulder slant. Once I'm done doing so, I'm going to measure from the shoulder to the bust point lined, which is 10 inch. From the shoulder to the under bust, which is 13.5 inch. From my shoulder to the length of this top, which I'm going to go with 19 inch. Mark and connect it up with a straight line. The next thing I will do is to come here and measure up whatever I have and divide it by 2, which is 7.5 divided by 2 is going to give me 3.075. You're going to mark the center, go in by ½ inch. Take round the bust and divide it by 4 and mark it up here. Once I'm done doing so, I'll go ahead, take the nipple to nipple, which is 8 inch divided by 2 is going to give me 4 inch. I will mark that up. I'm going to mark it up here and I also mark it up here at the length. I'll go ahead and connect it up with a straight line. After connecting that up, I'll go ahead to mark up my dart. If you're working with a bust size of 34 inch, use a dart of 1.5 inch. If you're working with a bust size of 38, use a dart of 2 inch. If you're working with a bust size of above 38, you use a dart of 1.5 inch. I will just take my 1.5, I will divide that by 2, which is going to give me 3/4 inch. I'll mark that to the both sides. Then I'm going to come to the bust point. I'm going to go down by 3/4 inch, but you can go down up to 1.5 inch depending on how bossy you are. That's to create ease around the bust point. Once I'm done doing so, I'll come to my chest line. I'm going to go up by 1 inch, but you can go up to 2 inch. 1 inch is okay for me. Then I'll just go ahead and connect it up with a straight line like this. And I'll also extend this line up here. Next thing I will do is to go ahead now. I will mark my dart of 3/4 inch and 3/4 inch to the right, both right and left. I'll go ahead now. I'm going to connect it all the way to that point like this. And I'm going to repeat the same thing to the other side as well. After doing so, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mark how deep I want it to be. You can just connect it all the way to the chest line, or you connect it all the way to the bust point line, which is what I'm going to be doing here. Connect it all the way to the bust point line like this. Once I'm done doing so, I'm going to come to the armhole right there. I don't want it to be choked up to the armhole, so I'll just measure of whatever I have here and divide by 2, which is 1.5 divided by 2 is going to give me 3/4 inch. I'm going to go down by 1/2 inch from there's that to get the center. This is our new chest line. So I'll put 1/4 of my bust measurement. Round my bust is 34 divided by 4 is going to give me 8.5. I'm going to go ahead and connect it up like this. Then I'll flip up my curve. I'm going to connect it up like that. Once I'm done doing so, I'll go ahead to put all my measurement. Round my waist is 29 divided by 4 is going to give me 7.025. I'm going to replace back the dart allowance. I'll come here to my under bust. Round my under bust is 30 divided by 4 is going to give me 7.5. I'll replace back the dart allowance. I'll come here to my chest line. I'll put 1/4 of my bust measurement, which is 34 divided by 4 is going to give me 8.5. I will mark that up. Then I'm going to replace back the dart allowance as well. After doing so, I'm going to go ahead and connect that up. Once I'm done connecting that up, I will level them up and I'll cut it up. We'll be using the center side front to cut up the back. Once I'm done cutting it, I'll just take the side front. I'm going to place it up here like this, and I'm going to just mark the length. I'll go ahead and connect it up with a straight line, and I'm going to do the same thing here, connect it up with a straight line. Okay, I will take now the nipple to nipple, which is 8 inch divided by 2 is going to give me 4. I'll mark that up. Then I'm going to connect it up like this. After doing so, I'm going to be creating up my dart of 1/2 inch both sides, and I will connect it all the way to the top. Then I'll go ahead and put 1/4 of my waist and 1/4 of my bust measurement like we did for the front, and replace back the dart allowance. At this top part, I'm just going to put 1/4 of my bust. There's no dart allowance there, so I will not be replacing back any dart allowance there. Then I'm going to go ahead now. I'll be adding 1 inch for my zipper allowance. Connect that up. Then I'll measure whatever I have here and divide it by 2, go in by 1/2 inch, connect it up like this. This is to eliminate that zipper bulging behind. Next thing I will do is to come here. I'm going to go ahead, I'll go down by 1 inch, and I'm going to connect that up. After doing so, I will cut that up. You can choose to separate the back into 2, or you can just leave it off for one full piece like that. So I hope you find this tutorial helpful. If you do, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, comment, and share. And I hope you were able to understand this time around. Thank you so much for watching.